Kyler Murray is officially cut from the Arizona Cardinals. I think the Cardinals will. He had a $52 million cap hit on the books this year. I think they still
Oof.
have they have to pay quite a bit of that this year, and maybe I think it's next year they're off the hook for only like $8 or $9 million that they have to pay him. But he is no longer going to be their starter. A new era in Arizona is going to happen this offseason. A lot of rumors now that Kyler is not on the team anymore, of the Cardinals potentially looking at quarterback either via free agency, via draft. Uh, what do you guys think is next for the Arizona Cardinals? Do you think they try to acquire a quarterback via the draft? Do you think they try to acquire the quarterback via free agency? Where are you guys thinking right now?
Brock, this is all you, man. This is your domain.
The the thing that's so weird about this team is like I really don't know. I don't even think they know. I think they're like, okay, let's get through this first step of getting finally like pulling the trigger on moving on from Kyler. And now they're like, okay, now what? And yeah, the contract is gonna bite. It's really gonna that that's gonna hurt for sure in terms of being able to build this team for and go in whatever direction that they're wanting to go in. The draft this year is probably not an option in terms of the picks that they have. Maybe they can make a move or a package that would move them not up because they have the third pick, and I don't think they're going to trade up to just go get Fernando Mendoza. But maybe they can make a trade or something like that to maybe get a later first round. I don't know, quarterback in the draft where they can give a chance to, and if it fails, it fails. They can just go get another guy the next year. Or if they're going to go in the free agency, my mindset or my thoughts lean more towards free agency because I do think they see where this team is at currently in terms of offensive star power with McBride, whether or not Harrison Jr. is going to be anything, as well as the receiving core as a whole. I felt like showed a lot of strides last season, even though they weren't able to get as many wins, obviously. So it's one of those where it's like I don't think they can take that shot at a unproven rookie quarterback. I think they may need to go in the free agency route, which leads pretty much to one guy and one guy only, and Malik Willis, really, because you're not going to go after Aaron Rodgers, you're not going to go after Russell Wilson, you're not going to go after some of the other guys that are just kind of career backups at this point. Um, so Malik Willis is probably going to get offered a contract with Arizona. Uh, they probably will, because out of desperation, offer a good contract for him, really, in terms of probably what other teams may offer him. Um, who knows if he actually wants that job, but if it's not him, I really don't know who they go with. At this point, if it's not him, I'd almost go with Jacoby Brissett for another year and see what next season brings for the draft pool, because media will make it seem like the draft pool is pretty good next year in terms of certain names, but also who knows what free agency or the trade market may look like. So if it's not Malik Willis, I am, as a Cardinals fan, on the boat of just kind of riding it out with Brissett for another season.
You don't think Aaron Rodgers is the answer?
Long term, no.
Not even short term.
No, no. I don't even. I think we should just move on.
Okay. Braden, where do you think the Cardinals are going to acquire their next quarterback?
I mean, Malik Willis makes sense, right? He's kind of just the easiest available option. He's in free agency. You can go offer him a 2 or 3 year deal, probably about, I don't know, 50, 40 something $1 million to be like, hey, go do something at quarterback. But there is also the case you just hired a new head coach who's like 30 years old, offensive minded head coach. He is going to want his magnum opus, it feels like. And not that Ty Simpson is necessarily a magnum opus, but I feel like Ty Simpson is that, like, is he a first round talent? Maybe not right now. But quarterback, at the end of the day, just gets drafted highly. I could see Ty Simpson going in the first round. I could see Arizona putting together, like, going to New York, I would say, Be like, hey, because kind of they're still on the roster until like first day of free agency. Be like, hey, 34 and Kyler Murray, maybe a couple more picks, 16. You take a shot at a quarterback at 16. You still have pick 3 to put some more talent around him. You have other picks in the draft to be able to put even more talent. I feel like if it's not Malik Willis, it feels like a trade up for Ty Simpson. And I do think it's going to have to be a trade up. I don't think he'll be available at 34.
No, if you remember last year around this time, there was one for sure, no doubt, first round quarterback in Cam Ward that we all thought was going to go super high, and he ended up going number one. All the Shador stuff last year was kind of an outlier because everyone thought he was going in the first round, literally until like the day of. So that you could throw that stuff out the window. And then the quarterback that kind of just like snuck up out of I wouldn't say out of nowhere, but like was probably a second round quarterback that snuck into the back end of the first round, like Jackson Dart. I think the Giants took him at like pick 20 something.
If
So
this
maybe
was a year ago, I'd be telling you to trade everything for Jackson Dart. Everybody knows that I was maybe a little more overly confident on Jackson Dart than a lot of people were for some reason. And
yeah,
I wish this would have happened last year. So I didn't mean to interrupt you, dude.
no, you're good.
As a Cardinals fan, like I wish this would have happened last year in terms of like where you're at, because like last year I feel like you had a lot more options than what you're sitting with right now.
Yeah, that's kind of the vibe I get if they wanted to go like that draft route, because there's not outside of Simpson, who would even Braden, you know a lot of like the draft and stuff. Who do you think is like, if let's say Simpson goes way higher than everyone expects? Maybe he's like goes to pick, I don't know, 11 or 12. I don't know who's. I think it's like Miami and Dallas that are picking up those picks. So won't go to those two teams, but maybe a team trades up to one of those picks. Who is quarterback 3 in this draft? Is it like Carson Beck? Are we like
Yeah, I'd say Carson Beck enters that situation. Like maybe Garrett Nussmeier.
Once did.
Maybe even, I mean, he tested really well, and we'll get to more combine stuff later. But Taylon Green, if you think you can maybe develop that accuracy, the tools are there, man. He's got a rocket of an arm, obviously athletic. Maybe you can take a chance there. But yeah, after 1 and 2, it's slim pickings.
honestly, when you brought up Taylor Green, that's kind of like how I viewed Malik Willis before he was draft eligible. Like Malik was super athletic when he was at Liberty, was able to roll around in the pocket, has a crazy good arm. Like he can throw the ball anywhere on the field. So maybe if Arizona doesn't get, like, let's say Malik signs with someone other team in free agency, maybe it's not Arizona, maybe it's Miami. I'm trying to think about their quarterback need teams. Maybe he just doesn't end up going to Arizona at all. Maybe Taylor Green in round 3. I can't imagine you go much higher than like round 2. I mean, that just feels a little too rich.
If he
But
goes higher than round 3, I would say somebody's probably trying to move his positions.
yeah,
Just based on what we've seen of him at quarterback, it just I really I really don't know what the draft ceiling is for Taylor Green right now. Obviously, I'm not trying to get too much into the combine right now because that's a
yeah.
whole other segment we're going to get into. But he killed it as far as quarterbacks go. That's just all I'll say. So if you want to bank on athleticism, I could absolutely see him fitting in somewhere in the second round. Absolutely not a first round pick though. That's just not happening.
Is my mic better?
Yeah, it was only when you first started talking that it was a little iffy,
Okay.
and then when Braden talked next, it was fine.
Okay.
But yeah, it sounded like your mic was underwater.
It sounded like you were talking through a car.
Yeah.
Really?
lying.
Dang.
It's all right.
I mean, that's the epitome of being a Cardinals fan right now. Nothing's working.
Spot Rack right now has Malik Willis's average, like what they think he's going to get paid at $35 million a year,
Okay, he's not making
Which
more
feels-
than Sam Darnold.
which feels really rich for, I mean, what Malik Willis was last year. Like he was good. Don't get me wrong.
He ain't no 30. He ain't no 30.
No,
plus.
this feels more like a Justin Fields style contract. Didn't Fields sign like
Yeah,
2 years, 40 million last year? And the
I
first year
think
is fully
so.
guaranteed, second year is partially guaranteed. That's what this kind of
I think
feels
Justin
like.
Fields got cut too, didn't he?
I haven't heard that. Maybe
I feel like I heard something about that. Maybe is able to request a trade or something. I don't know.
yeah. Um, but Willis in his limited time with Green Bay last year, he only started one game, but did have a great completion percentage, threw for 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. Then obviously has the ability to make plays with his legs. Uh, has started a total of 6 games in his career, so doesn't have a whole lot of NFL experience, but he's sat behind a good quarterback in Jordan Love. So maybe if he gets the reins to his own starting spot in potentially Arizona, potentially Miami, really any quarterback needy team out there, maybe he could take
It,
that next jump that I think a lot of people were wanting him to take when he first came out of Liberty. I think back 2022,
Yeah,
2020.
2022. He
Yeah, that
was.
was like the gross
if
Kenny Pickett year. Yeah,
Yeah,
that was icky.
I think
if
Purdy was in
you're
that class too, wasn't he?
Yeah.
yeah, if you're Arizona, or I guess if you're Malik Willis, like do you ask for more than 1 year in terms of a contract? Because like I guess is a safe assumption. I guess is that he's going to get paid really well. Because I feel like that's a I don't know if he needs to get paid that much, like what you said on whatever that website that you mentioned. And if I'm Arizona, like I see I do actually kind of like next year's draft class. Don't get me wrong, but like I would love to see success now. But like if Malik Willis is asking that much, I don't know if that's a route I would want to take if I'm Arizona.
For what it's worth, I just Googled the name Malik Willis just to see how old he was. I wasn't sure. He's 26, by the way. The
Yeah.
first thing that came up was a tweet saying the Cardinals are preparing to aggressively pursue Malik Willis as their new QB1 after cutting Kyler Murray. Willis is expected to receive a contract between 25 and $30 million annually. The
Which
first thing
if
that came up when I Googled his name.
yeah.
Okay.
Which if you're the Cardinals, that's a number that you can live with. If it's
Yeah.
35,
No.
that's a
Nothing
that's a
over 30.
steep number. That's a
Nothing over
steep
30.
number. Yeah.
Yeah,
Arizona
anything over
right
Sam
now.
Darnold's contract, you can't justify that.
Arizona right now has just about $38 million in cap space. So like they have the salary cap to make that deal work. And obviously the NFL salary cap is kind of weird because you can make a bunch of cap space, but you're just kicking the can down the road. You're eventually gonna have to pay all that money, but you can make it super flexible. So maybe Arizona can open up some more cap space this offseason, pursue Malik Willis, and maybe surround him with a couple weapons, maybe bolster up that defense. But I'm really this is going to be one of the fun teams to watch in the offseason because obviously if they end up signing Malik, they're going to get I wouldn't say an upgrade at quarterback, but more consistency at quarterback, which is huge. And then them at pick 3, which I honestly think is where the draft starts because it sounds like 1 and 2 are pretty chalk right now, with Mendoza going 1 to the Raiders and then Arvell Reese going 2. Number 3 is really where the draft can get interesting. I don't know if you guys feel that way.
Death, taxes, and the draft not starting until the number 3 pick for the Arizona Cardinals. I feel like we've been in the situation before.
Yeah.
I feel like David Bailey's getting a lot of smoke right now at number 2. I don't know if I necessarily believe that, but there are still other options at 2. Hell, I could even see after what he did this weekend, Sonny Styles somehow finds his way at pick 2. He's just that type of dude.
Yeah. I will say as a Cardinals fan, if they don't get Malik Willis, like that's the only option for me. If you're going to get someone through free agency, if you don't get him, stick with Jacoby Brissett because I do think next year, if for some reason you do not have another successful season, Dante Moore is, I think, a great option for them in the future in the NFL.
Well,
I could be wrong, but I think he'd be a good person to look at.
So here's some of the names of quarterbacks that are potentially draft eligible next year. So like let's say Arizona doesn't decide to really invest in Malik Willis, which it sounds like they are, but just let's play this hypothetical. and they don't draft a quarterback in this year's draft. Brock mentioned Dante Moore. He ended up going back this year to Oregon for, I think, his redshirt junior year. You have Arch Manning, who scouts love, apparently.
I wonder why.
Brendan Sorsby from Texas Tech. Trinidad Chambliss from Ole Miss, who would be older, but Chambliss really played well last year for Ole Miss. And even Sam Levitt for LSU, who in that 1 year for Arizona State was unbelievable. We'll see what he does with LSU and Lane Kiffin this year.
Julian Sayin eligible too?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
you have like probably 3 or 4 good options at quarterback. I know we say this every year that the next quarterback class is always going to be really good. Heck, we all thought this year's quarterback class is going to be good, and then we realized Drew Allen stinks. Dante Moore went back to school. It's literally, and honestly, no one thought Mendoza was going to be this good. Like, we were all thinking, like, even Garrett Nussmeier was getting super high comps.
Cade Klubnik could make a name for himself.
Yeah.
Like everybody his freshman year was saying he would.
Like, see what I mean? Like, it's just
It kind of feels like everybody out of like Clemson this class peaked as a freshman.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like there's 3 or 4 guys in this class that bill fits. It's I don't know what they're doing over in Clemson, but it's just
watch
not
the
working.
highlights of Cade Klubnik his freshman year. You would have assumed that he'd be a front runner for the Heisman at some point.
Yeah. Any other thoughts on the Cardinals, Brock, or what you want them to do? Maybe this free agency, or maybe
Don't spend too much for a quarterback. That's pretty much. That is like literally the only thing
okay.
Because we have learned. We learned our lesson. I feel like or I have. I don't know about the Cardinals. I will say
I don't think they will ever learn.
I will say they did learn their lesson of not to be the worst NFL team according to the NFLPA. I don't know if you guys looked at those rankings for all those stuff.
Yeah.
They were 31st. Improvement.
Who was 32nd?
Was it Cincinnati?
Oh, that would make sense if it's Cincy.
I think it was
a cheapskate.
Let me look. So you guys don't know. Okay. I just
think
remember
Cincinnati got like an F- for like ownership. That's not even possible.
Yeah, let me see here. I can't find it. Shoot.
Okay.
I don't know if it actually got released. I think it got leaked.
I found an article on ESPN.
Please stop chewing on the wires.
Hold on. We got a command.
I have to reprimand my cat.
Oh yeah,
She's being
Cincinnati had an
invasive.
F-. They had an A- in coach. Why did this just take me to LinkedIn?
The Steelers?
Where's
What?
Oh, they got a new coach though.
The Steelers are ranked 32nd, Brock. There you go.
We finally beat them.
Oh my goodness.
No 99-yard pick six is gonna save you now.
Oh man. Dude, some of these grades for Pittsburgh are terrible.
They go and sign Kyler and he turns into an MVP candidate. That would be their 99-yard pick six for.
That,
Oh my God,
That would
dude.
no. That's their toe tap touchdown. That's what.
Yeah,
that is.
yeah. Yeah.
Oh man. Oh
My God, I don't even want to imagine Kyler playing for that organization with that coach, and all of a sudden he's a good player, or not. All of a sudden he's a good player. He just hits that next level.
Yeah.
Imagining Kyler Murray in a Steelers uniform, I can already hear "Outstanding" by the Gap Band in my head. It just that brother.
Hey, I will say I know that they pretty much have their quarterback locked down due to contracts and all that, but he has never lost in AT&T Stadium. If the Cowboys are looking to remain undefeated there. No, he's never lost in AT&T Stadium.
I know, but
high school, college, and in the pros, never lost.
Dallas isn't getting rid of Prescott for Kyler. All
I'm
right.
just saying.
Saying, yeah, they won't get a Dak because of contractual reasons and not because the other option is Kyler Murray. a little insane, at least.
Yeah, dude.
Oh,
That
the
would be-
Cowboys fans are going to come after me if we post that. I mean,
They already
Cowboys
hate us.
fans
It's
already
fine.
don't really like Braden after the one YouTube short. The one
Welcome
Cowboys
to the
fan,
club, brother.
the boy in the middle does not know what he's talking about. Quote. So
hey, hey,
Because I mentioned the 1 year that the NFC East wasn't good, and then you two both immediately knew what I was talking about.
hey,
So that was fun.
Dawson, you're going to have to put this up now. Dallas, go sign Kyler. It's the only way that you can remain undefeated at home 24/7, and maybe you might actually make a playoff appearance or something compared to what you got right now.
I'll see what I can do with this. I've already gotten some good clips so far.
This is literally just this clip is just a minute and a half of us saying we don't like the Cowboys. Go sign Kyler Murray.
Yes.
Yep, pretty much.
Oh man.
Sign,
And we will
sealed,
get
delivered.
reaction
Post
from
that.
those Cowboy
Yeah.
fans.
I
Yeah.
will be waiting right here with a bucket of popcorn in hand.
Hey, if
I
you're a
cannot
Giants
wait to see
fan,
them all.
If you're a Giants, Commanders, or Eagles fan, put something mean about the Cowboys in the comments or something.
Oh man.
Tread lightly, Eagles fans.
Keep it.
Yeah.
Keep it.
You're not
yeah,
exactly safe here either.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, Eagles fans. You're on. You're
Giants
close
and
to
Commanders
Cowboys
fans, the 4 of you that there are, you feel welcome.
and now we
Welcome
have
aboard.
upset the entire division.
Oh,
Listen,
gosh.
how many more divisions are there? NFC South, I
7
think I
more.
have an immunity card on based on that one, but I can upset as many fan bases as I please.